Solyanka is a sour and comforting soup, perfect for autumn weather. To this bag we're going to put 2 dried bay leaves and a handful of allspice berries. A small handful like this is perfect. And then I'm going to tie this bag to the handle of my pot. Then I'm going to add about 550 milligrams of beef stock to the pot. And I'm going to add around 550 milligrams of pickle juice. And we're going to finish with 550 milligrams of milliliters. If I've been saying milligrams all this time, ignore me. Milliliters. Bring the liquid to a boil, and whilst that's happening, I have actually just browned some beef steaks over here, and I'm going to leave them to one side because we're going to need them later. We're going to start off with some onions. I've got 2 medium onions here and they are nice and thin. They are now going to go into a pan with some olive oil. Next, you're going to want to chop up some smoked ham or smoked sausage. Eastern European or German varieties are my favourite to use for this recipe. Chop your ham or sausage nice and uniform into squares and add that to your onions. Then we're going to go in with some carrots. I've got chantre carrots here, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to top them and then slice them quite nice and thin. I'm just going to get the mandolin out for this again. Our sliced carrots go in with the onions and the ham. And finally, we're going to chop some celery with the leaves and add it to the pan with the carrots, the onions and the ham. Then we're going to squeeze out some tomato paste into the mix. Now that your mixture is nicely browned and the tomato paste has been stirred through, we can add this to our stock. Same time as my veggies and my ham go into the stock, I'm also going to slice up my steak and I'm going to add that to the soup too. Now that my soup is back to simmering, I'm going to add some chopped tomatoes and stir this all through. I'm waiting for the soup to come back to a boil again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take quite a few of these pickles actually. As to how many pickles you are going to be putting in this dish, it really depends on you. Say maybe 2 medium to large pickles as a minimum, and 6 large pickles in the end, and that felt right to me, so we're gonna go with that. And then finally, we're going to add some black olives. By the way, when I say some, I mean the whole jar, minus the ones that I've just eaten. That's pretty much all of my ingredients in the soup. I'm going to bring it to a boil, then reduce it down to a very low simmer, and I'm going to simmer it for about half an hour after this. As your soup is cooking, make sure that you're checking for seasoning. I've just added a pinch of salt, and I'm going to add probably about 3 generous pinches of cracked black pepper. Once it's ready to serve, garnish your solyanka with some sour cream, some fresh dill, and a couple of lemon wedges. Enjoy your supper!